one. Here we are, fans, the show you've been waiting to listen to with your ears. This is the sister presentation of the RWW show. We are podcasting live to you here, talking about back in the day, nostalgic 90s. I've also got a friend here on my right-hand side. What have we got to say for ourselves, Dean?
Picture this. You're standing at a street corner. You have no GPS, no notifications, and exactly £1 in your pocket. If your ride doesn't show up, you're just there, existing. Yes, welcome to Back in the Day, the podcast where we revisit the world before the scroll. Back when sharing meant passing a Polaroid picture, and following meant actually walking behind someone. Not always a good idea. We're unplugging the present to rediscover the era of rotary phone dialing and Betamax videos. Today, me and Stitch, we're going back in time to the world when the world was wide, or a time when the world was wide and the screens were small. Let's get into it.
Wow, there we go, boys and girls. Lots of things to whet our appetite.
Yes.
This is Stitch C, Smoothie D. You can't see us, but let me introduce ourselves. Dean, because you can't see him. James Dean, and who's the bloke who plays drums for you too? Adam Larry Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cross between those two.
Yes.
And Stitch, I'm probably a little bit Chris Martin and Mickey Mouse, probably. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's a pretty fair way of introducing ourselves, especially the introduction of you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I'm such a James Dean. But,
James Dean.
At my age, I'll take that.
There we have it. Just in case you didn't know what we looked like, now you know. Last time we spoke, Dean, there was 3 of us in the room, and we were talking about our best time. And you two both said you like living in the now and looking to the future. And I was the only person who liked reminiscing and looking into the past. So that's all gone wrong with this podcast, hasn't it?
It has all gone wrong, Stitch. But yeah, you're right. You have always lived in the past. I think you've embraced enough of the modern life to be able to live, work, love, etc. But only just enough of modern life. The rest of your life is like an archaeological dig. To you, the cloud is something that ruins a perfectly good day for a bike ride. Whereas to people in the modern age, the cloud is where half of our lives are lived.
You mean the Apple iCloud, do you?
Apple iCloud, yes, and the Google have a cloud.
Yes. Well, we get onto that. There we go. So you know what we look like, and we are delving into the past. Nostalgic 90s, probably a little bit of 80s, and a bit of the 2000s in there as well, I expect.
That's right, and it's nothing we haven't done before. We've been doing this a long time, haven't we, Stitch?
That's right.
For a private audience.
Right. We probably still are. If there's anyone out there, you're the only one.
Yes, that's right. But we've been podcasting before podcasting was even called podcasting.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, some would say it was more of a mixtape with us talking all over it.
Wow.
But just distributed to those who are interested, but rather than going public. But now we're public for the first time.
It is. Yeah.
And that has implications, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Podcasting before
being public.
The public persona out there in the open.
Yeah.
Our own platform.
So that means no music, Yeah, no music.
Yeah.
We can't play music anymore.
Yeah. Jingles, sponsors. Anyway,
we have to behave.
Well, you do.
We have to. Well, yeah, we have to behave. We have to remember that there's a 1 in 1,000 chance that someone we might know might listen to this.
Oh, yeah.
And so we just have to be mindful of that.
Yeah. Hello, Mum. So yeah, you mentioned to me, Dean, there's a reason why we're doing this, and one of the reasons was that you've heard things in the pipeline. What's on your mind? What is there a movement against?
There seems to be an appetite for the nostalgic, an appetite for a time when we were living life at 56k.
Right.
A time before the constant connections that we have now. A life before scrolling all the time. When I suppose online was a place you went, not where you lived.
Or you hang on.
We were disconnected and we were better for it. There's a real appetite for reclaiming those days.
An appetite for pre smartphones, I hear you say.
Exactly. Yes, life before the smartphone, before the scroll.
Yeah. We're not anti-technology. We're not anti-technology, because that means you wouldn't be able to hear us, because this is the internet, the Wi-Fi. I heard something, I think it was even a BBC app or podcast, and it was quite surprising. It said, if the internet was a big red button, I'd bash it with my forehead, meaning he wanted to obliterate it, get rid of it. But in that case, we would be back into the Iron Age, the Stone Age. So we do not agree with that opinion. Use it wisely, do not abuse it. What do you think?
That's right. Yes. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be without the internet.
No.
I wouldn't want to go back to, say, necessarily go back to the early 90s before I ever had the internet.
Yeah.
Or before I ever had a phone. But phones weren't smart, were they?
No.
And even, my first phone, it was a big blue thing with an aerial that I'd pull out, and I used to leave it in the window to get a signal. And, I'm not saying that I would want to. I wouldn't say that I want to do away with smartphones even.
No. They have their usefulnesses. Can't be limited.
Yes.
As we will explain in this show, reminiscing maybe gets us back to the real life. So, these are some of the things we are going to do on Back in the Day. We are thinking that maybe back in our youth, as for me and Dean, 90s, the youth, or your youth, listeners, when is your youth, is the best time of your life, because you reminisce and you do things you don't do now. Here's some of the list of the things we will talk about in this blog. What have we got here? In-car stereos, records, tapes, Subbuteo, train sets, Action Man, Lego, Skull Beer, Top Trumps. Anything else? Anything else you can see that that's gonna tickle your fancy?
How about records? Did you say records?
I did.
You did Wallace and Gromit.
Yes.
Thunderbirds.
Oh my life.
Films like films like Top Gun.
Yes.
Naked Gun. Indiana Jones.
Right. Blast from the Past
on a Saturday morning. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe forgotten by some, but not by us.
That's right. We're unplugging the past, one memory at a time.
And plugging it back in.
That's right. We're doing it because it's fun.
This is
last time I checked. It's not illegal.
Looking in the past, mate. I'm glad I've got you on the show. Good man. So, Dean is the James May of the two of us, where he is the solid opinions and intelligent one with smooth tones. And his mind is dictionarily. How would you say that? Yeah.
No, I probably wouldn't say it at all.
No.
Some would say, oh, memory-wise, elephantine, if that is a word.
Yeah, elephantine, yes. Classic English. So,
yes,
that's what we're doing here. Was there anything bad from the era, Dean? The 90s? Did it spew up anything that we didn't like, or was it all better roses?
Now that's a question. Anything bad from the era? Do you remember the yellow pages? The yellow pages. If you wanted to, say, find a telephone number for a pizza establishment, you had to go into a drawer, and into this drawer had been stuffed a £4 lump of yellow paper.
Right.
And you had to somehow ease it out of the drawer, and crawl through it, just to find a little phone number. And it was just so massive, wasn't it? It was like it was so thick. The paper was so thin, but the book was so thick. And so you could use it as a booster seat at the dinner table for a child. It was that thick. And so I don't miss that necessarily.
But
I do like the way we can look up numbers now.
Yeah, but on the upside, that is probably that Yellow Pages was when I wrote one of my biggest songs. It was all yellow. Chris Martin found it as he was trying to think of a title for his song. So it did come in use for one person anyway. I was thinking, I was thinking Tony Blair. It can only get better, but it only got worse. But Oasis liked him anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We are, of course, impartial on this show.
We are.
Other failed prime ministers. Yeah, other failed prime ministers are
also included,
just as unavailable.
Yeah,
that's right. So what else was bad from the pre-smartphone era? Well, I suppose you could say dial-up internet. How about that?
Yes.
Soundtrack of patience. Do you remember the noise?
We're not going to dwell on the negatives. This is all positives. The yesteryear, back in the day, was always better, always greener on the other side. That's a song as well. Let's explain how this show will work. This is our trailer, our pilot. Show number 1 will be in 2 weeks' time, or maybe even quicker. And we are looking for support from our one listener. How can they support and join in? Smoothie D?
Yes, our one listener, he or she, let's face it, it'll probably be a he, can get in touch with our show at the moment via our email. And that will be, we'll repeat this later in the show, contact back in the day podcast at gmail.com. That's contact back in the day podcast at gmail.com. It's a bit of a mouthful. All you've got to do is type it out and you'll get straight through to us.
Brilliant. We are looking for,
get
back to you if it's interesting.
Yes.
Of course, yeah. We are looking for funny stories and memories from next film. Next show is radio stations. Radio stations. So before that one is released, you have comments, stories, funny stories, memories. Please feel free to text or voice message that number, and maybe you will be on our show next time.
You know what I find funny, Stitch?
Right.
Some may not find this funny. I read this entire section as how the show will work. I read it as will the show work? maybe it's a bit of dyslexic going on there. But make myself chuckle then. And I didn't realise until just now that I completely misread that.
No worries.
Work.
Will the show work? Hang on to your braces and find out on the other side.
It's up to the listener, really. Otherwise, it's just if we don't get any listeners, it's just a couple of dinosaurs making each other chuckle,
Isn't it?
which is fine. We're fine with that. So yes, either way it works. One subject a week.
Fantastic. Every 2 weeks, we will be live, reminiscing, nostalgic 90s. Anyway, mate, I'm getting a bit hoarse now. I'm off from me Horlicks and me shortbread. And then we'll see you next time, I think. So thanks from the team. This is Back in the Day. Talking about reminiscing.
And again, the contact email is contact@backinthe.day.podcast@gmail.com. But for now, the tape is at the end of the reel, and the neon is starting to flicker. I'm heading out to find a telephone box and some peace of mind. Yes, Analog Crew, stay nostalgic, stay low res, and we'll see you in a previous decade.